Hello to everyone around the world, and I see that more and more people are connecting to our live stream. And today we are starting a series of, let's say, communications and interviews with winners of Arte Laguna Prize 14th edition. And today we will start with Belen Mazuescos, who is one of four overall winners in the section of painting. And today we are going to speak about her participation in Arte Laguna, about art in general, about inspiration, and about different questions related to this complicated art sphere. So if you're here now watching our stream, please leave us questions and we will be happy to answer these questions in the end of our interview, our conversation. And we are very happy to see you. And today I'm here, I'm Anna Schwetz, helping Arte Laguna as usual. And Belen, our winner. Belen, where are you now?
I am in the south of Spain. I am in Granada. Here there are 40 degrees today, very hot. Hello to everybody.
Yes, great. So we have some questions and we have something to show you. And so we'll be ready for this interesting conversation and we are ready to start. And of course, while I'm preparing the questions, I'm reminding you that pre-applications for Arte Laguna, the new edition, are now open. So be inspired by Belen and go to participate, okay? So we are starting, and to start with, I wanted to ask about the emotions and experience that you had with Arte Laguna, with applying to this competition, how to choose the work, how to choose the right one, and how to write the concept of the artwork. And what did you feel when we all faced this situation with global lockdown and this pandemia, and we started to communicate online? And now when you've heard this wonderful news that you became one of the winners. Your word.
I'm a little nervous. I'm worried because I don't speak English very well. I'm sorry for my Spanish, but I am more confident because you speak Spanish perfectly. And maybe you can help if I need it.
Yeah.
First of all, I want to say that I'm so happy for being one of the 4 overall winners of this prize. For me, it's an honor to receive this prestigious prize and being selected from more than 10,000 artworks. All the finalists have works of a very high quality, and I want to give my congratulations to everybody and to all the participating in this competition. I knew about this call because I usually go to Venice every summer to visit the biennial. And I applied for the first time, and I was a huge surprise to be the winner in the painting section and to be a finalist first in the competition. It was very easy to apply. I decided to choose 5 works from my current project, painting and drawings, because it's a project that I want to develop further in the future. Filling out the application was not difficult. I had only the language handicap, but nowadays we have translation tools on the internet that simplify the task. I was very excited because the participation in the exhibition at the Arsenale, and I had already booked the flight and the apartment to attend the opening when the event was postponed because the pandemic lockdown. At first I feel disappointment because of this, because I dreamed of being in Venice in March, but the organization took care of us, updating all the time about the situation in every moment, and I was confident that sooner or later the exhibition will take place. I felt a big emotion when I heard my name as the winner. I couldn't believe it. When Sara Tortato explain the motivation of the jury to select the work of the painting and photography section. I understood that maybe it was my work for the meaning, for the description of the concept. And finally, Igor Santi, the head of the jury, pronounced my name, and it was really fantastic and unforgettable moment.
Wow, it was like Oscar winning ceremony, right? Like all the artists, all the finalists were there, everybody were expecting. Yeah, and really, felicidades, congratulations, pozdravляю. I could use all the languages, really very happy for you. And let's go to your artwork. Let's see your art, it's so interesting. So if you don't mind, I will start from Arte Laguna world page, and then we will go to your presentation. I know you have the presentation, and let me share the screen to show our viewers how does it look like. Let me share the screen. Yes. Yes, so now we are on the Arte Laguna World platform where all the artists can post their artworks, especially finalist artists. And here we can see all the information, category, dimensions, year, technique, also price, if it is relevant for those who want to show the price. And here, yes, we can see the artwork that was so appreciated by jury. And can you tell us more about this artwork? And I'm stop sharing to let the sharing option to you. Yes. And help us to understand this artwork more. And I think that we are now here almost 30 artists and curators from all over the world. So we are all agree with you that the artistic life, the art system, it is very fragile world. It's very sensitive world, and your work is telling us about art ecosystem, and it's very interesting.
Mm-hmm. This piece is part of a project entitled Notes for an Ethnography of the Artwork, and I wanted to do a sort of visual ethnography from the perspective of the artist. I studied fine arts and social and cultural anthropology too, and I wanted to put together this knowledge. Maybe can I share my PowerPoint for?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Let's try.
There is a message with the host.
Okay, just a moment. Make a host. Let's try. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for our viewers, for those people who are watching us now, we are like manipulating with a lot of technologies now. So we are from Zoom, doing stream on Facebook, and hopefully everything will work. We will try.
Can you see the slide?
I can see folders. If you can open the presentation itself.
Oh, sorry.
As we did it, like double click on presentation.
No?
Yes, perfect.
I started this project 3 years ago, and I showed part of the results in 2 exhibitions in Spain, in the south of Spain, and in Krakow last year. The pieces have big sizes in general, and this project highlights the complexity of the art ecosystem in which the survival of some species depend on the others, and where since the 80s the gatekeepers assume a preponderant role. The artist is the last link of the chain, and sometimes is a ready-made itself. and this is the meaning, the concept of the artworks. The titles of the pieces are important for understand the meaning, and there are a lot of references to famous artists and their artworks. In short, the main objective of this artistic research is to present a visual ethnography of the field of art. Maybe.
And you also use very often masks and different kind of camouflage. What does it mean? What do you want to say with this?
Mm-hmm. I use mask and camouflage on the one hand for showing the art as an entertainment, and on the other hand like a tool for survival in the hostile environment of the artwork.
Ah, okay. And what is this costume of panda bear? What does it mean?
My work is inspired in the keepers of panda in the Chinese preserve. And these are the mediators, the agents of the artwork that are the curators of the artist, but on the other hand, sometimes use the artist as a merchandise tool. This is the sense, more or less.
Uh-huh.
I use normally the collage of different images, and then when the picture is ready, I translate with charcoal on paper or with acrylic or oil on canvas normally.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Here we can see all the story with these personages, with this fragile artist box.
This is the last artwork after the pandemic lockdown. This is the finally picture, and this is all on this size.
Wow, great. So you have quite a big studio, right?
Yes, I share my studio with my husband. He's an artist too, and he's another finalist in the painting section. We are both very happy because it's a double prize for us. We are very excited with the idea of showing our works in Venice, and it's a dream for us because we are in love with Venice, with Italy in generally, and it's it has been a great experience for both of us.
Wow, great. Can you please give me back the post options, and let's continue our conversation, because it's really interesting to know more about your daily art routine. How do you manage your time during day, during the week? I know that you're also art professor, art teacher, mm-hmm. and that is very interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I share my work as artist with my job as professor in the university, in the Faculty of Fine Arts, in the painting department. And I have as full professor a timetable, but the rest of the time I used to go to my studio for continue my artistic research.
And when I saw your list of your exhibitions, it's quite impressive. So you had a lot of personal shows, a lot of group shows, and you're very active. Why do you think in contemporary art world it is important to be active and to try to show your art more and in different countries? Why do you think it is very important?
I think it's very important, in fact, because you must be visible, and every project and every exhibition is a challenge. And for me, it's important to have a deadline for work under pressure. And I think it's very important for try to find the legitimacy inside the art system. Be present and continue with the dissemination of the work.
Can you please stop sharing screen?
Sí, yes. Sorry.
Let's try to go to your. Perfect. Yes, yes, perfect. I just wanted to show more about you as an artist, to give our guests of our stream more information about your work, and yeah. Okay, just a moment. Can you please make me a host back? It should be in the right up corner. Oh, no.
Oh, sorry.
Now, if you will go back.
In the top on the right?
Yes, yes. In your video, on my video, 3 points in the up right corner.
Sorry, but I
it will tell like change the host or something. Okay, anyway, we can continue. I had a question, and I think that it will be interesting to hear from you. What inspires you? Why you decided to work about this art ecosystem topic? Really share your vision. What do you think about it?
This project is inspired by the tale The Naked King, written by Hans Christian Andersen, and it's a metaphor of the art ecosystem, and it's inspired too in the ideas and the thinking of the art historian Juan Antonio Ramirez. That said that the art system is an extremely fragile ecosystem, and in general, in my work, there are a lot of references to my autobiography and my things as an artist, my worries, and I wanted to put on the paper, on the canvas, all these thinking, all these ideas. I teach contemporary art market too in the faculty, and presentation of project, and all these worries are in these artworks too.
But do you think that an artist is a really very fragile substance?
I think the situation is changing now, because we are in a global war, and we have the possibility of the new technologies that now, with the pandemic situation, all the digital revolution is increased too, and this in a way is a chain of paradigms from an art system, traditional art system basis in the galleries, to another more flexible, when more democratic, when the artist can be a sort of entrepreneur and develop some skill for the auto promotion and arrive to the audience easily.
Yeah, I'm completely agree with you. But sometimes I think that artists are the most brave persons in the world, because they are sharing their inner world to the public, and they are so like brave in this. So yeah, it's really important, the topic that you are raising. I have a question also about your most strange art experiment. What was it?
I don't know if the most strange, but I have tried with different materials, such as resins or recycled materials, for trying different results. And I have another line of research with tin. I'm making a sort of a kind of X-boat. Thing that you can find in the chart, and with these elements, I do installation. Another more experimental line of research, but now I'm inside the drawing and the painting, and this is my main work.
So the question here is that some people, some artists are telling that painting is an old style, and that in future we will have only media art, digital art. What do you think?
I think the opposite, really. Yes. In the future, we have the commitment and the responsibility to conserve the tradition, but reinvent the tradition from a new perspective, from a new concept, a contemporary concept. And I think that the real contact with the material, with the artworks is very, very important. And the pandemic has demonstrated this thing too. And I'm sure that the painting and the drawing is not an obsolete technique, but the opposite. I think is the future of the art, the renovation, no, the revival, the recuperation of this technique with a new thinking.
Okay, great. I'm very happy to hear that, because a lot of people, they are absolutely in love with painting. They think that this contact of the brush with the canvas or with the paper, it's kind of magic, right?
In fact, the time that you need for painting or drawing and for enjoy the painting and drawing is different to the past time to see another kind of artworks with other support.
Yeah. The next question is, what obstacles do you face making and exhibiting your work? What is the difficult thing about making exhibition?
For the production of the work, maybe the lack of time sometimes, because normally I'm very busy with the university too. The lack of inspiration when you are with too many thinking. And for the exhibition, I don't have the support of any gallery, and this is difficult because I'm able to show my works in institutional spaces, and because I'm participating in awards and another kind of competition, but it's difficult without a gallery. Exit from the local scene, local space.
Yeah, but now with Arte Laguna, you have publicity everywhere. We are trying to to do our work really, like really very best. Okay, the next question is, you mentioned that your husband is also an artist, and he also applied for Arte Laguna, but you won. Was he jealous about this?
No, he's so happy, and we are both very happy because we are two finalists, and this is incredible because there were more than 10,000 artworks, and we are lucky. In fact, we share the prize. We win the prize too.
And do you already know where you're gonna invest this prize money? It's a very good prize.
I think part of this money will be for an intensive English course. I need it, and for invest in general, invest in my career. I need a website. I use a social network, but I don't have a website. I need some preparation in the studio, the lights, and other things. For traveling, that is very important for doing different experiences that then you put in your works in any way. Invest in the participation in another course and in the production of the artwork and the material and other resources for the production of the artwork.
Yeah, that's so great to hear that you are investing this price in further development, in increasing your career and materials and everything. It's so exciting and it's so inspiring. And we are moving closer to this like the final part of our interview. And yeah, and I see that our viewers of our online stream, they want to know more about you personally, why you decided to become an artist, and did you think during your career as an artist to change everything, to go to, I don't know, to work in the bank or something more stable? Somebody always asks artists, do you want to have a stable work? What about you?
I am very lucky because I have a stable work in the university. But at the same time, this is the reason that has motivated that I have worked less in my artworks because the university need many time. But now I have the established position, and I want to put
priority
the artist production in the first time too, because at the same time it's my artistic research in the university, the theoretical research, but of course the artist production.
But why you decided to become an artist?
I don't know. When I was in the high school, I did artistic drawing, and the professor said to me that it will be a possibility to study fine arts, but I don't know really. I don't know.
Okay, great. But are you happy as an artist? Do you feel that with every work you're spreading some good energy or some knowledge or something that can change the world? What is your artistic mission?
I am very happy as an artist, and I think we are a privileged person for do this. I think the mission of the artist is translate the reality in many sense, and show their thinkings and their questions to through to the audience, to the society.
Mm-hmm. Yes, great. And I have the last question. It is very important for those artists who are now around the world listening to this online stream, and then will listen to this video. Can you encourage them to be brave, to continue artistic career, and to try all the possibilities, all the options, and not to stop their creativity, their art practice? Please, your word as a winner. You have already your experience, and you have already your prizes. What can you tell to young artists or emerging artists, no matter what age of them?
It's difficult, but my advice is be honest with your work, be patient too, work hard, because at the end you reach your dream, and this is the proof. And try to find your own language, your brand, your personal brand, your personal way to put in the work your thinking and your body.
Yes, great. I hope that everybody will listen to us, and I think that we will have more and more beautiful and strong artists after this conversation. And thank you so much. And congratulations one more time and 100 more times, and continue your work and continue your artistic practice, and say hi to your husband. He's very lucky to have such a creative and such a talented wife. Thank you very much. And yeah, and we will continue, and join us also tomorrow, because tomorrow we will continue with Moshe Volach, the other winner. And for those artists who are listening to us, who are watching us now, pay attention that pre-applications are open now, and now there is like discounted price for registration fee. So apply for Arte Laguna and try to reach the same goal as Belen already reached. And good luck to everyone. And summer is amazing, and summer is very inspiring for the creation of new art. And thank you once again, Belen.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you all the team for support the contemporary art and doing this prize a real thing. Thank you so much for promoting the emerging artists.
Yeah, and see you in Venice next year.
The flight now. I booked.
Okay. Okay, great. Thank you so much, and see you soon. Ciao.